Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 86 of Persona 4. In this episode, we are going to finally get the fox done this part. That huge fish we caught in part 85? Well, guess what? We're going to have to give it to we have to show it to the man. He's going to give us the angler set if we accept to catch the guardian. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Although I have some bit of bad news for you. Me trying to attempt to catch the Guardian for Persona 4 Golden may be a little bit later than expected due to the fact that I need to read a book so that I can actually make the fishing line more stable. On that note, it's time for me to try to catch a Guardian. And how do you do it? If you actually wait for the ripples, if the ripples are about 5 or 4 or 5 seconds apart, that's the Guardian. You should reel it in. However, the same thing can be said about the red goldfish also. So bear that in mind. And if also while you're reeling in, you get 4 button prompts, that's your Guardian. But I did say that this is going to come with a little bit of bullshit. I'm pretty sure I did. And the bullshit in question... Oh wait, I think this may be the Guardian. There's 1. Hold on. 2. And that is... Oh, god damn it. I'm gonna have to go and feed that cat eventually. Alright, let's try this again. Sorry if there's noise in the background. My bad. Alright, here we go. Too fast. Let's pull it back in. If the fish tries to bite, sometimes it may be the Guardian. Now pull it back in. But if it actually does try to bite while you're trying to pull it back in, you'll have no choice but to reel it in. But I thought that was it. If it's not him, just reel it in. Oh, and by the way, he shows up on cloudy days as well. Up. That's him. And you could probably feel it if you're using the vibrating controller. It is a heavy vibration. Come on. Got him. Alright. Let's see if this is it. Give me a button prompt. Okay, square. Oh, I thought I pressed it. Give me a button prompt. And... square. Okay. I pressed it twice. We're good. Triangle. That's 3. Come on, give me a button prompt. I don't want this thing to wriggle off. X. Alright, one more. One more for the road and we got him. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got a Guardian. Fantastic. Oh yeah, like I said, things will be a little bit different for Golden because you're going to have to go to a different pier instead of coming to Samagawa wherever to catch the Sea Guardian. That is going to be hard. And I tried to do it. I really did. And also, due to the bait system, you only got a limited amount of chances to try. Hold on. Let's see if I got anything else. Do it again. I thought I would have caught 2 Guardians. But I guess I didn't. It is another Inaba trout. Oh well. I'm gonna stop. But we got what we came here for. And all we need to do now is just give the old man the Guardian, and that's it. Or show him the Guardian. But keep the Guardian until September. Trust me, you're going to need it. It's going to be another rainy day on the 1st, so you could go there and fish then for more Guardians. But keep that Pacific Guardian to the old man, because he will have by far one of the best items in the game. So you need a Guardian. You need to keep that Guardian with you at all times. Oh, and bear in mind, if you haven't actually done it by September, there is going to be a fish later on in October.
And now the weather. The week ended on a wet note as rain clouds moved into the area. As a result, a thick fog is expected to form in the Inaba region later tonight.
Well, I can't go out and fish for any more Guardians because today is the 12th. This is Mitsuo's deadline, and if he's not out of the Midnight Channel by now, he's as good as dead, and then the case runs into a complete and total dead end. And you'll have to do everything in the last week all over again. And I'm not going to go through that trouble. So, seeing as how he's already been dealt with on the 31st, the first in Golden, we could just go on ahead and move on with our lives. Unfortunately, the game most definitely does, because guess what? The Midnight Channel and also the cutscene later on in the part are the only times we will ever worry about Mitsuo until near the end of the game. They really dropped the ball with Mitsuo. That's why he's a dislikable character. I mean, he's already a dislikable character. Why not give him a persona and make him a villain that would actually challenge the Midnight... No, not the Midnight Channel. I mean, the investigation team and try to hinder them in rescuing people. But that's not the case. Mitsuo is one and done, and he's out of the way. So on that note, since the fog set in, it's time to see if anybody shows up on the Midnight Channel. And the answer is no. The funny part is, he was the one on the Midnight Channel. So in technicality, he did show up. Yes, he was the guy in the fog. And the fog is now covering the town. Bear in mind, folks, we have 4 more months before, well, the final area of the game. So bear that in mind. And now that we don't have any, we do have a lot of things to do. We could go to other social links, but I want to get the Fox done. Oh, right! I forgot to mention the bullshit. You see, I think I may have put it on the social link splash card, or I probably didn't. But here's the thing. You do not, and I repeat, do not rank up the Fox very easily. You're about to see right now. Because despite the fact I just completed rank 10, you're just going to have to go to the Fox, give him the Inma, and that's it. And here's some more bullshit. You need max understanding and max expression in order to complete the Fox. Yeah, that's some bullshit. You went through the trouble of getting the Guardian, and you have to do that. On that note, the whole point was so that the Fox's shrine would actually come back to normal, because the shrine was about to be destroyed because nobody barely visits it. Now that people are visiting it because all of their wishes are coming true, the Fox's shrine will be safe. Well, I don't think we'll be able to raise the Fox's social link just yet. Crap. There's that condition. It seems there's a condition in order to raise the relationship even further. God damn it. We'll be back, but right after this cutscene.
Wow, what a great spread! I've never seen so many pieces of fatty tuna.
If you're gonna have a celebration, you can't do it halfway.
Celebration?
It's about this. Watch.
I didn't care who it was. I was pissed off. I wanted to be famous. The suspect was often heard saying these things. The young suspect has confessed to being the culprit behind the recent cases, but he's shown no remorse so far. Because of several inconsistencies in the boy's deposition, some have called for a mental examination to be carried out. Until then, the police will be continuing their investigation to shed light on all the prior incidents.
It was actually really tough to make a case out of this. All we had was the suspect's confession and some circumstantial evidence. But the lab found the perp's prints on the victim's clothes, so we made it stick after all. Man, isn't crime scene investigation something? Who would have thought you could get viable prints from cloth?
There's no more scary stuff to worry about. You're safe now.
Man, that guy was twisted. A high schooler committing multiple murders and leaving the bodies like that. He was over the edge. Good thing we caught him. Now I can stop seeing suspects in every shadow. If the killer was still on the loose.
Enough, Adachi. If you keep running your mouth, the sushi's gonna dry up.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Come on, everyone. Eat up.
Well, since you asked. Huh? You don't like sushi, Nanako-chan?
There's wasabi in it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to tell them to hold the wasabi. Here, I'll take it off for you. Which one do you want?
Halibut.
Excellent taste, Nanako-chan. As for me, I'll go for sea urchin.
Hey, there's only one of those.
Too late. First come, first serve.
After that touching moment with the Dojimas and Adachi, it's safe to say that Mitsuo is no longer a concern for anyone. He will be brought up again at least, but he's no longer a concern. No, the summer festival begins in 6 days. However, 5 days before that, you gotta deal with an event, which is practically Yosuke and Chie asking you to come in to help Yosuke because he's understaffed. You know those bimbos that should have actually been working? Well, guess what? They decided to no call, no show, which in turn forced Yosuke to work harder than what he already has. This may end up bringing us some more increase to our social status, and, well, more like an increase to the getting Chie and Yosuke to actually be completed as social links. If not that, most definitely near the end of the month, where we have to help Nanako with her homework at the nighttime. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, what I just showed you was I had the appropriate status for me to try to complete the Fox, which I don't think I have in Golden. So if the Fox isn't completed, that would probably be the reason why. Because I don't have enthralling expression and motherly understanding, I do believe. So, on that note, let's head straight over to the shrine and get this social link over with. That means less money I have to spend on later dungeons, and you want to know what else it means? It means I will not have to worry about doing any more favors for the Fox, and more importantly, I'll be able to use the Fox to get everyone else completed. And you will see why, because you see, the Fox has a special ability, which is actually pretty good, to pray for people that you have not actually did any social links with, and you could increase their rank. I wouldn't say it's guaranteed, but it will actually bring them closer to completing their ranks whenever you do this. Now the Fox is going to come up to you and check to see if you have level 5 understanding and level 5 expression. Yeah, my expression is enthralling. So yeah, I needed to have level 5 enthralling. So basically, I thought it was level 5 understanding and expression. My bad. It's just expression. But still, the offertory box is gone, and the Fox is spooked about that. But as it turns out, they just refurbished the whole entire shrine, and the boxes too. And what is now supposed to be a regular shrine now is probably one of the most famous shrines of all time, since everybody's coming to make their wishes come true. And it's all thanks to me catching that fish and putting up with all the BS from the Fox's social link. At least for the most part, the Fox is done. And there's no speaking parts in this, so bear that in mind. So, they practically came and pay their respects, make their wishes known, and that's it. No, those aren't quests, by the way. And the Fox, after completing all this, will give us a gratitude Emma. And that gratitude Emma is actually pretty important, because that not only means we've completed the Fox's social link, more importantly, we actually got ourselves, I do believe, the ability to fuse one of the more powerful late game personas. I'm trying to remember what persona it is, but because of the fact that we completed Hermit, Ungyoki, yes, we get the chance to fuse him. He's pretty decent. But he's mostly a physical fighter. And I think I have Gyoki Fuse, I do believe. Yeah, I actually do, now that I stop and think about it. Angyoki is actually fused. So, on that note, we can now pray to the shrine. We get the biggest discount possible, a 60% discount for all of the SPUs, and now we no longer have to worry about getting to the Fox unless we have to pray for the shrine. At least the shrine does not take a whole... Actually, no, praying to the shrine actually takes a whole day. So there's that. On that note, I should have actually talked to Dojima since he's here. I didn't think about doing so. Instead, I ended up going upstairs. I'm an idiot. I'll have to wait till later to talk to Dojima and get the money for my test scores, which would have been 40,000 yen. Yeah, 40,000 yen would be a lot. But whenever he shows up on the 14th, talk to him. Don't do like me and accidentally ignore him just to make some goddamn envelopes or translate. But with that said, we are pretty much done with this part. So with my determination, I actually reached my goal and I got 5,000 yen for the process. But I'll see you guys in the next part, because we're going to start getting to not only the whole entire ordeal with Yosuke needing help, but also the festival is going to be in the next part as well. This is RVMan985. See you guys next week in part 87. And I do believe there may be a Meanwhile in Golden.